Okay, then she's like, oh, Boost Scholarship. No, then she's like, that's, how they do, funding. And she's not answering how, every time there's a new stipulation, something changes. So I never actually get the scholarship. I never actually get funding from Foresight Tech Cares, and I wind up homeless and sleeping in my car and attending school. I was passing all my classes, but nobody wants to sleep in a car, especially when they're entitled to funding. So I started asking for emergency funding since they weren't trying to give me any. And he's like, hey, just take it out of my financial aid. I don't really care at this point. I applied for every scholarship that they had, TRIO, denied, applied for books and other stuff, they denied. I asked for a meal card. Just considering my situation, they lied and said they didn't have one, and then there was a vice president assistant who ended up getting me one, and that's how I found out that they actually do have them, and I was pissed about that. I complained about that to HR, and then after that, they found a creative way to retaliate, which was they had a black officer, made sure it wasn't that white officer that kept telling me I'm fine to stay after hours. They made sure a black officer, it kept throwing me out, and they made sure it's a black officer that falsely arrested me, maliciously prosecuted me, tased me 3 times, the third time while I was on my stomach complying, arrested me for being an online student, using the facility, this was his exact words, and it made me have a seizure. And then during my seizure, after the seizure was over, on the way to the hospital, the lieutenant that was telling me I could stay after hours acted like he didn't know me. I was basically telling the arresting officer, the black guy, that the college wants him to press charges for assault. At this point, he finally was like, he was finally using his head, and I just blindlessly following their orders because he was told to tase me. And he said no, he's not going to, basically. Then the lieutenant calls the college. He tells them that he's going to look at the wiggle room of the verbiage and try to see if he can get me for assault. And they told him, the arresting officer, to press charges for assault. He said I didn't assault him. And then the lieutenant gets off the phone again and still tries to get him to add assault. He sticks with his story, which was much appreciated. And I was praying in the back and hoping that he did. Then the lieutenant starts talking about he needs to have his gun just in case he needs to shoot me, yada, 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 if I run, which was just making me more uncomfortable.